Hey everybody, my name is Doug Uhlenbrock. I'm Director of Events. This is Barb, the wild child, Filer. She's the events manager with FMCA. We're here to talk today a little bit about the Celebrating 60 convention that's coming up in August, the 23rd through the 26th at the Camplex multi-event facilities in Gillette, Wyoming. And I want to welcome everyone who's joined us already. If you have questions, please go ahead and send them in and we'll start answering them here directly. Just want to, you can kind of tell we have a little bit of a theme going on here. Maybe it's going to be groovy. It's going to be cool. What else is it going to be?
It's going to be
Out of sight.
Out of sight. Good vibes.
Absolutely.
We have a whole list.
We are going to have a lot of fun with this convention. Kind of playing up the late 60s theme and look. So I hope you all join us in doing that. If you haven't seen it yet, we have our t-shirts for sale, similar to this, not exactly like this, but we have some tie-dyes that we're going to be selling. So if you want to check those out, go online at the FMCA store and they're available. Like I said, we're going to play this up. We're going to have some fun with this. Hopefully everybody joins in. We have a great time up in Gillette come August. Do have a couple questions that came in earlier, and I want to hit that right away. I'm Richard. I know you tried to register, and we have had some problems with our online registration that we have our company that we work with working diligently to fix. It does involve registering the spouse or guest. So if you try to register online and you weren't able to register your guest or spouse, please get with us and we will get that rectified for you. Get your guest, spouse, partner, whoever added to your registration, so you make sure that everybody can get in there, have badges, the whole thing with no problem. I believe we may have had another one down there. Nope, maybe not. That was it for right now. Like I said, if you do have questions, please feel free, send them on in. I will be happy to answer. We're just going to talk about in general some of the things that are going on with the convention at this point. We are in the process of registrations. We've got about a month to go until the early bird deadline, which is on the 21st of June. So we'll be ramping up things as we get closer to that date when the early bird ends and the regular registration starts. So get your registration in now. You'd save $20 if you register before the 21st. So please do so. We're looking forward to a great time, and still a lot of planning going on. Things are coming along, right, Barb?
It is. We are coming along. It's really we'd like to be a little bit busier, so if you're thinking about it, start thinking about it, because that deadline's coming up for where the price will increase. You don't want that to happen. There was something on my mind, Doug. Got a little foggy.
Sorry to hear that. Goodness. It's a little earlier today for that.
I know. Feeling the vibes.
Pat's asking, no sound. Is it on my end?
It's on their end.
I've been told by our producer, Kylie, that it is on your end. So I'm not sure how to tell you to fix that, but that's what she said.
If you close Facebook and reopen it, that might help.
She recommended that you close Facebook and reopen.
If I need to make a change to my registration, how do I do that?
Debbie, give us a call, 800-543-3622. Ask for the events department, and they'll contact you with one of the reps back there. You can get whatever you need to be changed, or you can send us an email at convention@fmca.com, and we'll be happy to take care of that for you. Just be pretty specific about what you're looking to do with your registration. If you're looking to add something and that's going to require actually some money, you will have to call. We can't do that over the email, but we'll be happy to take care of whatever you need to do.
It looks like we're trying to fix your sound, Pat. So see what happens.
Yeah. Kylie said close Facebook and then reopen, and that could resolve your problem. I know sometimes I turn things off and forget to turn them back on. So maybe on your computer you've turned your sound down and didn't pop it back up again. So we might want to check that as well. as you know, as Barb mentioned, we are in the process of doing a lot of planning. We have most of our entertainment is kind of complete right now. We're going to do things just a little bit differently for this event than we have for most summer events in the past. Typically what we do, because we have the governing board meeting on the first day of the event, which is a Wednesday for this show, our opening ceremonies wouldn't usually happen until Thursday night, which is kind of like already 2 days into the show, which doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever, even though I've continued to do it for a couple years. So what we did this year is we're going to have opening ceremonies before the dang thing opens. We're going to do it on Tuesday. And get things started Tuesday evening with our opening ceremonies. Our first night of entertainment will be the Colorado Keys dueling pianos, and so that'll give you a chance to come out, have some fun, sing some songs with your friends, have a great time getting things started, kind of break the ice kind of evening for everyone. It'll be a good time for all. Everyone should be parked by that time unless you choose to come in on Wednesday, but we're going to have most folks coming in Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So we shouldn't have any problems getting folks in, parked, and ready to go enjoy that night of entertainment with everyone.
Pat has her sound, so we're good.
Good job, Pat.
Full access plus RV camping on site, $250 a couple. Does this include camping and attendance, or do you have to pay both registration and parking service options?
If you are just camping on site at $250, that entitles you to dry camping and in the event. Yeah. If you're looking to get electric, or, either full hookup or 30 or 50, just water only, that is an additional fee. You can talk to the folks. If you want to call in, you can do that. You can look at our reg form. It'll tell you how those are all taken care of. And give me a second here. Somebody's blowing up my phone, and I don't know who that might be. But we're gonna make sure it don't happen no more. I think. All right. Sorry about that. That's never happened to anybody, I'm sure. So yeah.
Not in the 60s.
No, not in the 60s. They didn't. So yeah, you'll pay your registration fee, which is the $250, and that does give you dry camping, and then you'll pay the extra fee for whatever type of parking you choose.
We are coming in for the backup class, and we'll be arriving on the 18th for the 18th class. We are towing a car, and not sure what we are to do with the car plus trailer. I've asked for disabled parking.
Barb, if you're coming in early for the backing class, you'll keep your car and trailer hooked up when you go to that. At this point, we may end up parking you in your position on the 18th. Typically, what we do with the backing class and the driving class is we park you somewhere other than where you're gonna end up parking, because it's a lot easier to get you in and out of the parking lots, and you're not competing with other RVs as they're arriving. Then once you're finished with your parking class, you will or backup class, then you go to your specific site. If you have your car on a trailer right now, we'll probably have to figure out where you need to go when you come in to get you in a position where you can drop your trailer, leave it somewhere, and then near where you're going to end up parking. So I'm going to suggest that you give us a call or an email so we can get your information, get it to our parking folks, and then we can kind of determine how we're going to handle when you arrive. Since you're coming in earlier than most folks, you're going to be coming in on that Thursday, it sounds like, or Friday. I'm sorry. I believe it's Friday. It's 16th Wednesday, I believe.
Yeah.
18th Friday. So we'll have to figure out exactly where we're going to put you as far as where your trailer, and then where you're going to end up so you are close to your trailer. We can't have you parking with your trailer attached unless unless we can find a specific spot that doesn't take up 2 spaces. But get with us so we can then have you contact our parking team, and they can work directly with you as far as where we're gonna put you.
Did she do convention send it to convention?
I would say, yeah, send it, either call us at 800-543-3622 or send us an email to convention@fmca.com. Sherry asked, will there be room for a tow vehicle at the campsite? Sherry, most of the time that is the case. There are also around the edges of most of the camping areas. There is some room to put your tow vehicle if you choose to. Most people just keep them right at their site though. It does make it a little bit tighter, but it will fit there. It's just up to you. But most folks do keep them right there at their campsite.
Michael says, remember Michael Stater?
Oh yeah, Mike.
He said we're looking groovy.
Well, thank you. We
And
try.
you can look groovy too.
That's right.
How you doing? Is it necessary to sign up for the seminars in advance?
For most of the seminars, the answer is no. We do have a few of the craft seminars that you do have to sign up for, and every once in a while we have some other specific seminars that are attendance limited, so we'll put a sign up for that as well. But for just about all of our seminars, our learning seminars, technical, all that, there's no signups. What are you doing here, Barbara?
I was trying to move it up, but sorry.
Where are we at here? I did the same
I
thing.
didn't do it.
But yeah, you really don't have to sign up for most of the things. Just come there at the appointed time, and there should be plenty of seating available in the rooms that we set up. Barb does a great job determining how the rooms are. I shouldn't say how the seminars are put into different rooms to make sure that certain rooms have more chairs than others depending on the topic. So we rarely have problems with them being too crowded. That's usually not an issue.
Well, sometimes it is, but it's a good problem to have in my world because that means we hit the mark. So,
but we don't. I mean, we don't
try to do.
We
it,
don't
no,
often.
no.
We don't often have those problems, but
No.
every once in a while, for some reason, a seminar will explode for whatever reason,
Stars
and
align.
a lot of people will show up at the same time. So
just the craft seminars, and that's Wednesday morning, 8:00. We'll sign up for those, and they are fee based. That's the only things that are charged, and then you're also signing up for some various events, the games,
right, for
things.
contests and things. We do some signups for as well. There are for the crafts. There's a fee involved, and there's also some limitation on the number of people who can participate in those crafts. But Barb has a good. I think you have a pretty good list of craft
growing.
seminars going to be coming in, so that's good.
I do have a couple ladies that are sewing. So they want you to bring your machines. So if you're a sewer, pack your machine up right now so you don't forget it. There's a couple classes.
They don't have to pack right now.
Well,
it's 3 months away.
I know, but
They might want to
if
do
it
some
were
sewing.
me,
They might want to do some sewing before that.
sure, that's true. Get your quilts made.
Yes. Yeah. If that is something that you're into, yeah, go ahead and do that. We will be doing our Driven to Care fundraising activities again with our Magic Mile and our silent auction and the Quilts for Kids donation. So we are doing the Habitat for Humanity in the Gillette area. That is our benefactor this year. So please help out. Plan to participate in those activities. Do the Magic Mile, and if you have something that you can donate for the auction, that's great. We have some information, or we sent some information out. We'll have information on the website if it's not there already very soon about the various activities that we'll be doing and how you can get involved. We have found that FMCA members and attendees are very generous when it comes to helping out folks in the area, and we want to continue to encourage that and grow that. It leaves really it leaves a good impression on the communities when we come in and can give back something to the folks there. So please participate if you can.
The Yes House will be the recipient of the quilts this year because Habitat, they want nails and stuff. Quilts. We're doing other stuff. So Doug, tell us about some of how the days are going to go. We have governing board on that first day.
Right, the first day, and for those who some folks are very really into the FMCA political structure. So the governing board meeting is kind of the big meeting each year when a lot of FMCA matters are taken up, and that takes up an entire day for just a small number of people, but definitely a very involved group. Who will be busy most of that day with different activities. While that's going on, we will start our seminars that morning, and at 1 o'clock we kick the expo into gear within the Wyoming Center, which is a beautiful building for those who haven't been there before. We'll have seminar rooms in there. That's where our event, info center will be. It's where our expo indoor vendors, they'll all be set up in there. So it's a fantastic place. They do a great job running the facility, so you'll love that. The governing board meeting is held over in the Heritage Center Theater, which is absolutely beautiful. They redid it a few years ago, along with Energy Hall, which is where we have, I think, probably 7, 8, 10 seminar rooms. Heck, I don't know how many we have over there. We got a bunch of seminar rooms in that building. Another facility that they recently upgraded, not more than 2 or 3 years ago, I believe. So both of those facilities are outstanding places to hold an event like an FMCA convention. Most everything we do is in those 2 buildings. We do use Central Pavilion as our main entertainment and receptions area, and we'll also use the Plaza Outdoors, which is a big green space between a bunch of the buildings. That's where our FMCA Town Center and some of our other activities will take place. So most everything for all those areas are very close, very walkable for most folks once they get onto the campus side. We do have parking around there, and we also have another campground, Box Elder, which is an excellent campground. It's a little bit away, and we will have transportation from Box Elder over. Or one of the things that we can do at Gillette that we're not able to do at some other places is we can allow folks, and actually recommend and encourage folks to drive their own vehicles over to the event site and park there if they choose to. We do have the parking available. It's very easy to get to, in and out of it. It doesn't get you involved with a whole lot of foot traffic when you do that. So, we certainly do encourage folks to drive their car if they choose to. And make it easier for you if you want to come and go as you please.
The facility's just fantastic for us as far as seminar rooms, and it's compact, structure, and it's all air conditioned. We're not in barns. So you're going to love it, really, if you haven't been there. It's
Yep.
just gorgeous. And then all the water and full hookup it has. It's just a fabulous place. So I've been asked, where's the list of seminars? And they'll be posted soon. You're going to find them on fmca.com, and event information will be under Information Central in that area. I'll get those out. They're just sort of coming in now, fast and furious, because I've had to start making phone calls. So got a lot of crafts coming in. They're coming in. It's just a little slower than normal.
Richard asks, has anything been said about an amateur radio special event station at some time during the event?
Ooh,
And Richard,
that's awesome.
my answer is no. I have not heard anything about that. If you would like to give me some information about that, or if you're interested in participating or creating such a thing, we'd be happy to talk to you about that. I do not know anything, but if you think that's something that folks would be interested in, let me know, and we'll figure it out.
Wasn't that like a big group in the past? Like,
I believe in the
radio
past what they did.
chapter or
I'm not
something?
sure if this is the same thing he's
Yeah.
talking about, but I know we have done such things in the past. And if you're interested, please let us know.
Well, bad news on the golf cart rentals.
Right now, I will tell you, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it, I do not have golf carts even signed up for the event yet. We had a company called GTI that we worked with for years. They sold their golf carts. I'm working with the company who purchased those carts, and we're not getting along very quickly to get anything done. I'll be working with them, going forward. But right now, I do not have any golf carts set up for the event at all. It may be through that company, it may be through another company, but right now I have nothing to report. I'm sorry to say. We do have other transportation that we're going to be providing for folks. So, keep your eye out for that. And if, once we do, or once I do get some kind of golf cart thing going, I will let everyone know. But as of right now, things are not looking particularly promising. I certainly hope I can work something out with them, but it has to be a two-way street, and it has to be affordable on our end as well. So, and I certainly don't want folks having to pay more than they really should be for a golf cart. So,
Deep River was wondering about the representation of manufacturers.
we're going to have some information coming out soon about that. I've been working with Tina, and she's going to get me a list of who's all going to be there. Are there more than last year? The last time we were there, there definitely will be more than we had at Lincoln last year. More than the last time we were there. I think it probably will be similar. Hopefully a few more than that, but I wouldn't say, we're going to fill a lot and be, overflowing into another lot with RV displays. We're going to have a good selection. We're going to have a number of different manufacturers represented. Just not sure how many they're going to be bringing up to that area. It does, obviously cost them some money to be able to be moving them up into the Gillette area. It's not a big metropolis kind of place where there's multiple dealers very close by. So I do know we have quite a few coming at this point, but I don't know. Hopefully by the next time we're doing this, I can give you a better idea, and certainly keep an eye on FMCA.com and the event site, and we'll be showing all of our exhibitors as they sign up.
Is there a dump station there for folks to use?
Yes, there's a dump station there. For many people, they'll be on full hookup, but they do have a couple of dump stations, both in the main campus, and I believe there's one also up at Box Elder if you need to go, if you're going to be parked up in that area. If you're going to be parked up in Box Elder, you're going to have full hookup. If you're parked down in the Camplex kind of main campus area, and you only have 50 water or dry camping, non-electric camping, then there is a couple actually dump stations down in that area that you can utilize before you leave.
And we've contracted with Paintbrush. They will come in, water you and dump you if you need.
Yeah,
they don't need
yeah,
water,
we do have Paintbrush, as Barb said, that can do septic service for you or provide water if you're not in a water hookup area.
Good. So we'll kind of finish the questions, so we can carry on with the
Carry on.
We'll
carry on.
You're my wayward son.
Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. So what were we talking about? Things that are going on.
Yeah.
Things that are happening. All right. We talked about the governing board. I think we did enough there. That evening, we'll be having a couple of things. We won't go have an entertainment night. We'll have just kind of a fun night. So there'll be card bingo that night, which will be held over in the central pavilion receptions area. Typically, we get a huge crowd for that. A lot of people enjoy that activity. And also that evening, we'll be having a movie over in the Heritage Center Theater with a really nice big screen, great sound. And the movie that night is called An Unfinished Life. And it stars Robert Redford, Morgan Freeman, Jennifer Lopez. And it's an excellent movie based on this book by Mark Sprague, which just so happens to also be the book that we're going to have for our supersized book club. So it's kind of, you're going to get a 2-for-1 here. You can watch the movie and then go to the book club. You can read the book, watch the movie, then go to the book club. You can just read the book, go to the book club. So however you want to do it, you can find out what this story is all about. And I'm in the middle of reading it right now. It's a pretty good story. So I encourage anyone who enjoys reading to pick it up. I haven't seen the movie, so I want to read the book before I saw the movie. But it got pretty good reviews as well. So I encourage you to pick up the book And like I said, we'll be running the movie kind of at the same time as the car bingo activity over in Central Pavilion. And probably later that night, I haven't told him yet, but Lamar Keck, who does my karaoke with the Keck, we'll be doing a little bit of that evening as well. So, get your vocal cords all set, get them ready on Tuesday night, and then get over to karaoke on Wednesday evening for some singing fun.
Should I go with my book?
Why don't you talk about the book?
Okay, this is not the cover of the book per se. It just depends whoever sends you it, what you'll get, but it'll be a different cover. So don't let it confuse you. The one we'll be advertising. But Mr. Sprague is a native of Wyoming. His whole life, they were outfitters in Yellowstone, his grandparents. So his whole life, he's been born, raised, and lived in Wyoming. I don't think he lives there now, but it just so happens he's visiting his brother in Cody, Wyoming for this summer, and we are going to be honored to have him with us. The guy's a pretty big deal, so don't miss this. It'll be Saturday at 1:30 in this big, beautiful theater, and he'll be there, and we'll talk about his life in Wyoming and his books. He's got great books besides this one, but he chose this book to share with you, and I hope you'll be at that. Everybody come.
Yeah, as I started. Well, actually, a little backstory here. When was it? Sunday night?
Yeah.
Monday night. Some night earlier this week. Barb sent an email out to everybody saying, "Hey, I think the book's been stolen," because we've had a couple of things kind of come up missing in the office here lately. We're kind of confused as to what's going on with them. And she thought this was the next in line of the disappearing articles around the office. So she sent out a SOS, seeing if anybody knew where this book was. And I sheepishly reminded
Who cost you?
Harry Gillespie. Oh, Sonny.
Oh, Sonny.
Sorry, Sonny. I'll get back with you.
Guilty.
I had to admit that I was the one who took the book without checking with the librarian first. So sorry.
But I
I
borrowed this from the gal who has this book, and she had to take. She goes, hold on. She had to mark her spot because she said it's really good. She can't put it down. So
right.
Do we have any questions?
Michael, we just kind of answered this a little bit ago. And I don't want to go into too much detail about it, but I'm working on getting golf carts, but as of right now, I don't have anything. I'm certainly going to try my darndest to have golf carts there that folks can rent. But it's just a matter of making sure that it fits in with not only our pricing, but with your pricing as well. And I'm not going to put something out there that's just out of line. So as I said, I'm working with some folks, and hopefully we can get that resolved, and I can make an announcement on that fairly soon.
But bring your bikes.
Oh my gosh, we were in Perry a couple months ago, and I've never seen so many e-bikes, and that's kind of a big deal, and I was not prepared for it, and we will be prepared going forward with more bike rack, more areas where people can keep their bikes, because what was happening is people were bringing their bikes over to the different buildings and centers in Perry, and there was nowhere for them to put them, to lock them up. So that's something that we're going to have to really pay attention to, is to where we're going to have bicycle parking. It used to be all golf cart parking, but it seems like it's becoming more bicycle parking now, which is great. I encourage, if you have a bike and it's something you want to ride, absolutely, definitely, for sure. I have started actually riding my bike to work lately. So, it's a nice way to get a little exercise, plus save a little fuel, and, lighten the load on the traffic around the facility. I do want to mention, though, if you do bring your bike, understand that your bike is kind of just like a car or a golf cart or anything else, and you need to pay attention to what you're doing and abide by the rules of the road that we have at the event. We did have some near misses in Perry, from what I understand, and we obviously don't want to have anyone get injured because of some reckless driving, either by the bicyclist or the golf cart person or the people in cars. So please make sure you're riding within the speed limit, that you're paying attention to all the rules and other vehicles around you.
Will they be weighing vehicles?
Yes, RVSEF will be on site, and I'm not sure if we're going to be doing anything ahead of time. I know sometimes they do, but it's a little bit more difficult. But they definitely will be doing some weighing, probably starting. And I haven't talked to Trey Selman yet. He is the one who I work with from RVSEF, and I'm not sure if we're going to give him a chance to start maybe on Friday and then Saturday or Sunday, or when it's actually going to start. We do set up a lot near the Heritage Center that he uses to do the weighing, and it makes it really convenient for folks who are leaving. They can come, hook up, come over that, run through his weighing station, and then get his, get their preliminary report, and then be on their way. And I know a couple of weeks later, usually he sends the full report about the weighing. So we'll have some more information from Trey on exactly when that's going to happen. He'll be set up in the information center on Wednesday, taking orders. He might even take some stuff ahead of time. I think he's been doing a little bit of that, some registrations, signups ahead of time. But he'll be in there on Wednesday, and then move over to their booth in Wednesday afternoon and take their orders there as well.
So we kind of went through Thursday, right?
We did go through Thursday.
We kind of wrapped up Wednesday night. So now
Thursday, we kind of have a lot of stuff going on. We'll have our coffee hour that starts that morning. So we'll have coffee and donuts out in the plaza, the town center area. We'll have entertainment that evening with a local group from the area called the Lead Slingers. Very interesting name. I've heard some of their music, pretty darn good. That afternoon, early in the afternoon, around noonish, we'll have the ladies' luncheon. And we have signups for that going on now. We only have 350 seats, ladies. So if you are interested, you need to get into that now before they sell out. We also have that day. What do we have that afternoon? We have stuff going on that afternoon.
When is cornhole?
I think that's that morning. Cornhole is that morning. We have karaoke. No, I'm sorry. We have trivia that afternoon. Yeah. Seems like we're missing something else that day. I don't know what it is. But we'll have the whole schedule out. Hopefully, by the time you get your confirmation packet, we'll have some schedule, most of the activities in that. That evening, as I mentioned, we have the Lead Slingers and probably maybe a little bit more karaoke after that. Friday, you get into Friday.
You need to mention.
Hold on a second.
The donuts are the best at this place.
Right? All right. Well, the donuts are pretty stinking good. They're made right there on site. We had them the last time we were there. We used to get donuts from another facility, and then Tammy Waldner, who I work with as the caterer for our event, she does a great job. Let me start by saying that everything she makes is unbelievably awesome. But she came last time we were, planning to go up there. She says, "Hey, I know this guy. He actually was a vendor before, and he would sell little donuts while we were having our other donuts at our free donuts, and people were going over to him and buying all his donuts." So it's like, well, let's figure this out. Something's not right. So we ended up hiring him to make donuts, and he did that for 3 days for us. And as Barb mentioned, unbelievably good donuts, and I think you'll be thrilled with that. So you'll definitely want to stop by Thursday, Friday, and Saturday mornings for a get started cup of coffee and a donut. It's well worth it.
Now you can move to Friday.
I can move to Friday now. All right, so now Friday is going to kind of be our fun day. Well, every day is going to be our fun day, but this is going to be kind of our wear this kind of stuff day. And we're calling it Feeling Groovy Friday, and we're going to be feeling groovy all day. I mean, it's going to be one thing after another that we're going to be doing, revolving around, kind of the look and the feel of the late 60s. So a lot of those kind of things going on. We'll have ice cream social in the afternoon. We'll have our Mr. Whiskers contest right after during the ice cream social as well, and then we'll run into the one of our new activities. It's called Great Hatitude. Let the ladies kind of show their flair for hats and other garb. And then, from that, we have trivia in the afternoon. We'll have a water balloon contest that afternoon as well. We're going to try something new. In Perry, we had a great time, and folks really enjoyed a parade. We had an opening day parade down there on that Wednesday to kind of kick everything off. A little bit more difficult to do that here because we have so much other stuff going on Wednesday on opening day. So we decided let's have our parade on Friday night. So we're going to have a parade starting about 5:30ish. It's going to be called the Feelin' Groovy Parade. We want everybody to kind of deck their golf carts and their, wear their clothing, the whole deal, get in the mood. And then that parade's going to wind around the grounds, end up back at the town center area in the plaza. And from there, we're going to have the Good Vibrations Chapter Fest, which is something that we've never done before. I would call it, for those who are familiar with our spring events, a block party light kind of thing. We're going to invite the chapters to come, set up tables, set up their kind of hangout areas, invite people to come join them. And just have a good time. We're also going to have entertainment that evening. We've got Casual Mania, who was in Georgia a couple months ago with us, and they were kind of our good time surprise in Georgia. We had them on a Tuesday night. People came out to check them out, and they absolutely loved them. Our president, Rhett Porter, said, "I want those guys back at Gillette." So I talked to them, and they agreed. So we're going to have them there to kind of provide our groove that night. And it should be a great time. Great time. One thing I want to say, and I'm not advocating this. I'm an information provider, so take it for what it's worth. In Gillette, there are no restrictions about
Adult
beverages, coolers filled with adult beverages, and where you drink your adult beverages. So, like I'm saying, I'm not advocating anything, but if you choose to, you'd be good to go. Nobody's going to stop you. You're not going to run into any problems with that. If you want to bring food around to your Chapter Fest gathering, do that. We'll ask people to start setting up in the afternoon, bringing your stuff over, getting your sites. Think of it kind of as a tailgate. Go grab your location, in the morning or whatever, and start setting up. We just want to have a great time. We want to make it like a festival atmosphere out in that plaza area, and that's what we're hoping for. We're hoping that everybody will come out, have a great time, enjoy the music, enjoy the company of others, and just have a groovy time.
It's a big old happy hour.
That's right.
World's biggest happy hour.
Kind of like a mini Woodstock kind of thing. Without the rain, we hope without the rain and some of the other things.
Woodstock, that's a great analogy for that. But you have to remember one thing you forgot.
What did I forget?
This all kicks off with the Magic Mile.
Right, we do on Friday, and thank you for bringing my mistake to mention in front of all these people. I appreciate that.
But it gets you in shape, so you'll be ready to groove.
Right, you'll be nice and warmed up for some grooving later in the day after you do the walk in the morning.
That's right.
So get loose, get with it.
So the Magic Mile is our little charity event. You can pre-sign up for that now or on site. We can take a few, and that kicks off at 8:00 Friday, and you actually walk a mile in their shoes and walk. There's a song, and you'll go all around the grounds. He'll have it laid out on a map, and we're all set. So sign up for that.
Right. And we'll be more organized than last time, because I think last time we almost had some people get run over, and we certainly don't want that to happen. That's kind of not part of the,
Not in Perry?
No, but in Gillette.
In Gillette.
In Gillette. Yeah, Gillette was a little bit,
we had some trams.
there were some things going on. So we'll have security take care of any kind of traffic issues that morning. We didn't kind of think about that back then.
Pets are welcome.
Yes, pets are welcome. Kids are welcome. Husbands, wives, spouses. They're all welcome.
And all the money collected will go to our charity.
To our Habitat and Humanity, yeah.
Okay.
Barb said,
what did I say?
not you, Barb, the other Barb, the Barb who's talking to us on this comment thing. she's saying, and I'm guessing she's referring to the adult beverages. If you
Oh,
should choose to, be sure to share.
Yes.
So I think she's raising her hand. If you see her empty-handed,
Fine bar.
make sure she has something in there.
Okay. Is there a map of the grounds available online?
Debbie, right now we do not have that map available. I mean, we can put an older map up, which is basically the same as what we're going to do. They actually, I just found out yesterday that they changed the name of one of their streets, so I'm going to have that fixed. We've got some gate changes that we're going to do for our entry, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that kind of stuff in our next Q&A about how what's in your confirmation packet and how to enter and things like that. So. But we will see if we can get some kind of map up there from our past convention in Gillette. Like I said, it's not a whole heck of a lot different than what you're going to see coming up here for this show as well. Just a few minor changes.
They mentioned adding a road too. We're not sure if we need it, but it sounded like a nice addition if we, the way it cuts through a certain.
Well, one of the challenges we have is for folks who park over in Box Elder, there's not a direct route from that parking lot to the Camplex campus unless you go through the infield of their racetrack. You can certainly do that, but when it rains, you can't do that no more. It becomes a mud hole. So then you have to go back out on one of the main streets and come through. It sounds like the grounds have just kind of put in a new street, an actual street that will take you kind of on the back side from Box Elder around, but keep you on the grounds and then dump you out over by Central Pavilion. So if that's the case, and I'm going to be going up there in a couple of weeks just to kind of check this new road out. Well, not just to check that new road out, but to see what else is going on up there, make sure our planning is all heading the right direction with the folks at the Camplex. I'm going to check that road out and see if that's something that we're going to be able to utilize for our trams and for others who are driving from Box Elder over to the main campus area.
David says, sorry, I'm late to the party. Well, Barb's got the cocktails, so I'm confused about parking. I was told when I called to register that since I signed up for the RV Basics class, that I would be parked closer to the action, I thought.
David, you will be parked close to the action and you'll be parked in your space. The RV driving school and the RV backing school is a little bit different because they have to take their RVs out of the parking spots for training. For RV Basics, you will be parked fairly close to Wyoming Center, within walking distance if you choose, or we do have some transportation as well for those who are doing RV Basics, or you can drive your car. But you'll be parked fairly close to that area, and you shouldn't have any problems getting to and from your class in the Wyoming Center. We do our best to get folks as close as possible. It just depends kind of on what your what type of parking you chose. So if you chose something that the parking lot is very close, then you'll be very close. If it's a little bit farther away, then we'll make sure that you get there, or you can drive over and park in the lot close by. So no problem. There is a difference, though, between how we handle our RV Basics students and our RV driving and backing class students, because they have to actually get in their RV and do things, whereas you're going to park and you're going to go to a classroom. So
let's see. Okay, we're good there. Let's see. So we got Friday night, feeling groovy. Everything's good. You're staying up late. You're all having a good time.
Right.
Making new friends. And then Saturday.
Yeah, on Saturday we have we start the day off again with coffee and donuts in the morning, and then immediately after that we have our annual meeting where the president, Rhett Porter, and whoever the new president will be sworn in, along with any other AVPs who are being reelected or coming on new, will be sworn in for the next 2 years. We also have some prizes given out at that meeting. And there's some other information that's talked about during that. That starts, I think, like maybe 9:45 or something like that.
9:15.
That'll be over in Central Pavilion, I believe, is where we're scheduling that for. And then some other activities during the day. We'll finish up, doing our seminars. The expo will end at 3 o'clock that day. It won't run till 5. We tried doing that down in Perry, and it seemed to work out fairly well with our exhibitors closing a little bit earlier. Typically, what happens is once it gets past noon on that last day, the exhibit hall kind of clears out. So we want to give them an opportunity, so that they didn't have to stick around all day if they didn't have any business. If they have business, I'm sure they'll be happy to stick around and talk to you. But what we found is a lot of our exhibitors were starting to tear down earlier than we really would like them to. So we went ahead and tried it in Perry, and it worked out fairly well. And we didn't hear any complaints from the attendees or from for our vendors doing that. So we're going to give it another try. And if it doesn't work and we have some problems with it, we'll go back to our commercial council and readjust our times in the future.
Every day we'll have this silent auction, which will be a table in the information center. And the silent auction bidding will go on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday it will end at 3. So if you had put some bids in, you show up at the info center and we'll see how you did.
Right. And then Barb's got, and she talked about it a little bit before, the book Supersized Book Club will be on Saturday afternoon, beginning at 2 now, right? 2 o'clock?
1:30.
She just keeps on moving it around. I don't know when the hell it's ever going to be.
Well, I had a request to do that.
I know, but I thought I know we moved it from 1. Used to be at 1, right?
Right. You see at 1, now it's 1:30. So it's 1:30 to 3:30.
I thought it was 2. Okay, but it's 1:30.
It's 1:30.
1:30.
And then there's the Catholic Mass at 4:30.
Okay.
So
right.
anybody wanted to know that, I got one.
And throughout the event, we'll also have our
devotions.
Devotions throughout the
10:30.
event.
Seminar 10.
I believe it's 10. Yes, over in the Wyoming Center. So we'll be doing that starting. I believe we do some stuff pre-convention, and then most of the other stuff starts on Wednesday. David came back and said your answer to the other question was that we should be moved after the class. David, like I said, you're in RV Basics. So if RV Basics starts on you'll be showing up on Saturday. Your class starts on Tuesday. You will be parked where you are supposed to be parked. The answer to the other question was for those who are taking either the RV driving class or the RV backing class, and we park them somewhere else. And once their training is completed, then we take them to where they're going to park. We don't want to park them in the middle of a parking lot and then have to try and get them in and out while other folks are coming into that parking lot or who are already parked. So we keep them in a separate area where they can go take their class. Then once they are finished, then we put them in their final parking space. But for those who are taking RV Basics, you'll come in on Saturday. You'll get taken right to your final parking space. You'll set up and you're there until you decide to leave later in the week. That sound good?
That sounded good. I think it is confusing, Doug.
I know. We do have folks who are doing RV driving, RV backing, and then they're going to RV basics as well. They're doing everything. So it all we will have directions and instructions for everyone as we get closer when we send out the confirmation packets near the end of June into the 1st of July.
She said we just answered her question.
Oh, about arrival for RV Basics. Yeah,
RV
Basics will arrive on Saturday, and then get parked, and then on Sunday morning you come over a little bit early. We have a reception for the RV Basics students starting at 8 o'clock. We'll have some refreshments there, and then the class starts about 9.
It's like 9 to 4.
And I have
Tuesday, last day.
Yeah, I have to say, both our RV Basics class and our driving program, which includes the driving and backing classes, are absolutely top-notch programs if you are interested and becoming a better RVer, either on the take care of the RV side with RV basics and understanding how everything works and, within the RV and how you need to take care of it, but on the driving side as well. If it's something that you've never done before, if it's something that you have a little bit of anxiety getting behind the wheel of one of these large vehicles, both those classes will absolutely put you in a right frame of mind and give you the knowledge and education you need to become an experienced RVer, both on the knowledge side and taking care of it, and on the driving backing side. I can't say enough about the folks we have enlisted to do these programs. They are awesome. They'll be happy to talk to you as long as you want. They'll be happy to help you out as much as you need to make sure that you are educated and feeling good about your knowledge and your ability behind the wheel. So I encourage you, if you have any doubt or if you have any interest in learning more about your RV, whether you're new or whether you're maybe inexperienced, kind of maybe a little unsure about yourself behind the wheel, sign up for one of these classes. It's well worth it. Every penny you'll absolutely say, it's the best thing you've ever done.
I want to say too that the instructors for RV Basics, a couple of them stay longer, and they will. There are a couple seminars that they'll do. I would recommend, especially first timers. I'll put a list out on your pamphlet of featured technical seminars that you should attend, and those instructors will be teaching some classes, and you should definitely put it on your list.
Richard is asking, will parking spaces be pre-assigned? When will the event materials be sent out? As far as pre-assigned spaces, the answer is no. When you arrive, our parking team will lead you to your parking area, and they will get you parked. We don't do pre-assigned because we don't know when people will come in, and it makes it kind of difficult sometimes for people to park without the assistance of our parking team. And it makes it hard when we're not parking in a specific order for folks to maybe squeeze into spaces that are between two RVs that are already parked. This isn't a campground that you might be more familiar with, at a national park or a pay-for campground. It's a little bit different setup. So we definitely rely on our parking team to make sure our attendees are parked safely and in the right space, so they're not taking up 2 space, leaning over into somebody else's property, that kind of thing. The event materials we'll be looking to send out sometime after the 21st. So more than likely the week after this thing, the 21st, we'll begin sending out. That's June 21st. I'm sorry. We'll be sending out our packets. So folks will start getting them kind of the start of July. They should start seeing them. For those who have chosen to get will call or hold their materials at will call, we'll be sending an email out to you right around the same time, the beginning of July. And basically what that email will include is everything that's in that confirmation packet in a PDF format, so that you can either print it out yourself or read it online. The only thing you won't get are your parking cards and your badges, but we will tell you what gate to enter. We'll tell you what day to come. So all that information will be included in that email as well. So for those who are doing will call, we'll make sure that you get all the information that's the same information that the folks who are having their packets sent to them receive.
So in a sense, and I think we might even try something different this time, but you're not pre-assigned, but you are sent to the area of the type of parking you've chosen. So disabled parking will be in a certain area, 50 amp full, just electric, that type of thing. So you're going to be told a certain gate to go in or a certain directions, and we highly recommend that you follow those. Anytime you have will call, you'll be sent to the welcome area. That's where that would be. Even if you have 50 amp full, if your packet's in will call, you've got to go there. You don't follow those directions. So but it's organized chaos. isn't
Yeah,
it?
well, what we're going to do a little bit different this time is, we've had situations where we're telling certain groups to come in certain gates and things like that. We're going to try something different. We're just going to put a card in your confirmation packet telling you what gate to go in. It's going to be an A or a B. And then we're going to have directions to gate A or B when you're coming down the road. So follow the signs to gate A if you're supposed to go in A. Follow directions to sign B if you're going to gate B. There'll be arrows. Hopefully that'll resolve a lot of the problems for people trying to figure out where they're supposed to go. It's we know where certain areas are and where you're supposed to park. So we're going to tell you, go in this gate. Once you get in that gate, our parking team will see your credentials in your windshield and they'll know exactly where they need to send you. So hopefully that makes it a little bit easier for them, our parking team, and for you when you're arriving to get to your space, to get parked quickly and with as little anxiety and trouble as possible.
And there's a method to the madness. So if there's a spot over here that why can't I park there? It's because it's probably not what you ordered, or there's really it's a very well laid out plan, and it works.
And
everybody follows.
Well, and most folks will use their GPS to get to the event site, and we absolutely are saying sure, do that. But once you get close to the campus, the facility, the fairgrounds, whatever it is you want to call it, turn that off, and please follow the directions that are in your packet, or at least look at that letter that we said to enter what gate, and then follow the arrows to that gate, so that we can make sure that you get in the right gate. You're not coming in following something else, because we do have we have our exhibitors coming in different places. We have other people coming in different places. Our RV driving school people will be having RVs going in and out. So we don't want you just following somebody aimlessly into a gate that maybe you're not supposed to go to. So if you follow our directions, if you use the gate that you're supposed to, it'll make your arrival so much easier.
A lot of times it's left turns too. Like you try to, so they don't have to turn into traffic, or there's a lot of reasons. So definitely follow directions.
Right.
That Roger is not coming home. So can we mail it somewhere else?
Richard.
Mr. Rogers. Sorry.
Give us a call, and we'll get whatever address you need us to send it to. We'll send it to you, or we'll put you on will call and you can pick it up when you arrive. It's your call on that. If you want us to send it, we'll certainly do so. If you want to wait until you get there, we can change you over to will call as well. Just give us a call, 800-543-3622. Ask for the events department, or send us an email at convention@fmca.com with your the address that you want it sent to.
No problem. It's best if you do it like early June, so we don't miss the mailing.
Yeah, if you're gonna want to do that, make sure I would say do it immediately, but certainly do it before we start running our labels and our badges, which will be at the end of probably about the 22nd. We'll start doing that. Once we get past the early bird deadline, then we'll start doing all of our printing of labels and badges and all that kind of information.
And if you're not sure yet, just have it held in will call, and then when you are in a spot, send us an email. We'll pull it and mail it to you from out of the will call packet, will call buckets. Oh, all right, he's happy.
He's got the lingo too. He said, "Cool,
cool." What else we got, Doug?
I don't know. What else we got to talk about? What else you want to talk about, Barbie?
There's something haunting me. There's something about we missed, but
do what?
Early bird on June 21st.
Early bird.
I thought we already talked about that, didn't we?
Did.
We got to talk about it again?
Just mention it again.
We're getting directions.
These
from our
producers.
producer. There we go. What's she saying?
All right. Well, I guess since she put it up on there, we got to talk about it. The early bird does end on June 21st. And for those who did the partial payment, well, for some of you, I apologize because I ran your partial payment yesterday on accident while I was doing some testing. So sorry. Hopefully it doesn't cause you any problems. If it does, please let me know. We'll see if we can figure that out with you. but for if you did do the partial payment, that will be done on June 20th. We'll be sending out an email on the 19th to make sure, actually before that even, to make sure that if your credit card changed or if anything has changed, that you let us know that, we need to change in our system before we run the card again for the second payment. The second payment will happen on the 20th. So, expect to see that on your credit card. And I know we always get the calls, on the 20th or the 21st saying, "Hey, what are you guys charging me for? I already paid for this." And then, we kind of explain what it is. And maybe it was the husband or the wife or, who actually did the initial payment. And then they didn't know anything about the partial payment. So, it's no problem. We always get it straightened out. It's never really a big deal, but, just understand that that's happening. The 21st, we will have our early bird deadline. That ends at 11:59 that night. And then we go to regular registration the next day. For those who have followed how this works, our regular registration may be delayed. I'm not saying it will be, but it's happened before.
Ooh,
kinds of intrigue there, isn't there?
Yeah, I know, nervous.
Yeah, we've only done that for the past 6 years. So one of these days we're gonna throw it backwards, and people are gonna say, "Wait a minute," but not this time, probably. So most of you folks who are looking at this today, you're signed up, you're ready to go. I encourage you to go find somebody that you're friends with or who you camp around. Encourage them to come sign up, come see what this convention thing's all about. We are going to have a good time in Gillette. It's a fun place to be. A lot of stuff to do. Not only in Gillette. There's some museums there, some places right on the outskirts. But there's quite a few national monuments and other parks and things right in that vicinity that you would stop to either on your way there or on your way home. Make a trip of it. Come out in early August. Stop at some of the other places, and then come join us over in Gillette. Gillette is one of my favorite places to go to. Really great times there in the past. So please, make a point, join us, bring your friends, tell your neighbors, and get on up there. It'll be fun, and you'll get to see Barb. Nobody ever cares about seeing me, but they always want to see her. So,
I do want to say, in regard to the second payment, if for some reason the card you used back in whenever we were open expired, to just call it in and make the payment, because the won't work. We won't be able to take it. We'll have to call you. So
yeah, what'll happen is we'll get a report after we run these cards on the 20th that says whose cards didn't run for whatever reason. Sometimes it's not necessarily the card. Sometimes it's our system has a little funkiness going on with it. So we'll resolve that problem. But if we do need to, we'll give you a call and get either a new card or the new expiration on your card that you used earlier.
And to stress, we'll have everybody in by Tuesday. So even the show starts Wednesday, we want you in park by Tuesday. So you will not have an arrival date for Wednesday.
Right. We will not give you an arrival date after Tuesday. If you choose to come in on Wednesday, that's kind of your deal. Everybody's arrival date will be either, for most folks, it'll be either Monday or Tuesday. For our volunteers and maybe some early arrivals like RV Basics and some of the others, they will come in earlier than that. But for the majority of people, they will be in no later than 5 o'clock on Tuesday, provided you have no trouble getting there. Our parking team, just a little info on that. They work typically 8 to 5. I don't know that there's been a time that they actually shut down exactly at 5. They usually do work a little bit after that. We'll have signage up if you come in later as far as where to park. Should you come in and the parking team is already closed up shop for the night. If you come in maybe on Thursday when our parking team's kind of already finished, we'll have some signage as well to tell you what to do. It'll have a phone number on it. You'll call that phone number and we'll get a parking person out there to help you get settled in.
If you come in after 5 o'clock, just go to the welcome area and you can sit there overnight and camp for no charge.
Right. Well, we will have signage out there to show you exactly where you need to go to be in the arrival area and staying overnight in the holding area. And then come the next morning at 8 o'clock, they'll come round you up and get you parked.
And there is no extra charge to come in. If we tell you to come in a certain day, Monday, there's no extra charge for that. But if you're told to come in Tuesday and you come in Monday, there'll be an extra charge.
Right.
It's
$40.
$40.
Yeah. If we tell you to come in on a certain day, if you're a volunteer or you're advanced crew or whatever, we do not charge. If we tell you to come in that day, we don't charge you extra. We need you in there at a certain time for a certain reason. And we don't think there's any need to kind of charge you extra just because of that. What else, Kylie? Miss Kylie, with your producer things going on over there in your notebook and all that.
I know.
Any other
I think we're good.
questions?
Other than our next Q&A,
When is that?
July 5th.
We're going to do this again on July 5th, which is a day after
4th of July.
the 4th of July, which is 5 days after my birthday. Nobody cares about that. But July 4th is nice. So
We're gonna sing "Happy Birthday" to you now.
Well, good.
During the next live.
That'd be awesome.
So start digging out your gear.
Yeah. You
So
see,
get
we
it
have
Get
the
those
tie dyes, we
clothes
have
out,
the
get those
crazy
t-shirts.
stuff. So yeah.
We should have a contest like the oldest T-shirt. Oh, by the way, we're 60 years old too. Did
Yes.
you mention that?
FMCA is 60 years old this year,
Yeah.
and it's I think, what day is it? July 20th, I think. I could be wrong, but I think it's July 20th or something like that. I don't know.
It's 1963.
Yeah,
I know it. I just don't. The date is
maybe we
missing
should
right
do
now.
a recreation of that. A recreation of that.
We could
When
circle
the
wagons.
first group of FMCAers got together in Maine to look at the
That's
eclipse.
Friday night. Oh,
You
the
think so?
eclipse. Ooh, create an
I
eclipse.
don't know how we can make it an eclipse. but-
Shine a bright in the sky.
You think
or
so?
something.
I'll have to figure that one out.
Kyla's gonna work on that
Work
for
on
us.
the eclipse for us.
Put a big screen in the sky and show an eclipse. Is that possible?
Anyway, anything's possible. We've come up with
All right.
things.
Well,
We'll
let's
be
do it.
busy.
All right.
You'll see lots of surprises. So we'll get stuff up there for you to see. Though.
Yeah. So if come back and visit with us on July 5th. We'll be going over at that time the confirmation packet. Most of you will have received yours by then, or we'll be getting them soon. So we'll go over what's in that packet, kind of and give you some direction on what's in the packet, what you need to look at, how you need to go forward with that.
It states for first timers should arrive on the 21st. There are additional cost. No. We'll tell you no, because we're telling you to come in on that day.
And if you told us you're a first timer, you will be in on that day. And actually, everybody, we don't have anybody, I don't think anybody at this point coming in on even Tuesday. So probably at this point, everyone who has registered will be coming in on the 21st or earlier. At some point, we will have to switch that over to the 22nd. But right now, we're kind of sitting on the 21st as that. And, sometime soon, we'll probably switch over to people coming in on the 22nd.
Some of you wanted to come in on the 22nd. So like they registered with me. So I already put them there. If you said, oh no, our plans dictate, how you travel.
And we do have some groups who I
Yeah.
believe AIM comes in, they plan to
Yeah,
come in on
AIM.
the 22nd, and others who do the same thing. So I'm just saying, if you registered and you told us, you want to come to the convention and you didn't give us any special instructions, you're coming in on the 21st or earlier. If you are a first timer, and you let us know that either, while you're on the phone or when you register online, if you say you're a first timer, then you will definitely come in the 21st.
Yes.
Yes.
That is.
And that gives,
the rules.
what that does is that gives our first timers an opportunity to check out the grounds on that either Monday afternoon, Tuesday day. We have some first timer on Tuesday. We have our first timers orientation that afternoon. We also have a chapter fair that afternoon. So it gives you an opportunity to get there, check the place out, so that you're not showing up on Tuesday night, Tuesday afternoon, not knowing where you're going, and the next day you got to start the convention and you have no clue. So makes it a lot more convenient, makes it lessen the anxiety of the event for you. So
I like the last day of parking being the 21st. Yeah. Yeah.
well, Roger, that's not going to happen. You're going to work the 22nd too, and I might just have you work the 23rd as well. What do you think of that? Okay. Roger is one of our parking chiefs, so he's kind of.
He wants you all in and done so he can go start playing.
Well, he wants to start doing his barbecuing and other activities that he takes.
Want those parkers all in on the 21st. So
yeah, and right now the majority of people, like I said earlier, they are in the 21st. So maybe the 22nd it will be a light parking crowd. I hope not. I really would like to see the 22nd start to explode here. So we'll see. We'll see how things go. We certainly are hoping for a huge turnout. Right now, I wouldn't say we're at that point, but we have 3 months to go. So, as I mentioned before, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, call people that you don't even know.
If you're on the fence, come on over.
Come on over. Yep, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a good time. Anything else?
Email us anytime. convention@fmca.com with your questions. We'll answer them.
Yes, we will. Barb, it was fun.
It was really fun.
It was fun. Hope you all enjoyed it. Hope you got something out of this, some good information. Like I said, July 5th, join us again. We'll do another one after that. And I think it's August 5th, August something. I don't know. She's saying second, maybe. I don't know. Kylie keeps us in line.
Somebody has to.
We'd be really in trouble if she wasn't on the other side of this camera.
We would just be duding up.
Well, we'd be talking to nobody. We'd be talking to this computer. So everybody have a great day. Enjoy the weekend. Make sure you give thanks to those who gave their lives for us on Monday to make this country what it is. So until we come together again, Barbie.
Have a great holiday weekend. Be safe.
Peace out.